Good day, great day, and grand day to you all. Welcome back to another segment of Dr. TSA Series, a spiritual discussion. My topic of discussion today is for the ladies, for my ladies, for you all there out there watching. I want to talk particularly about our sense of intuition. I understand, especially in my life, I'll speak for myself. Growing up, I was made to feel like my intuition wasn't right. Especially when it came to having experiences that were not, if you will, popular or well known to others. Right now, I'm actually thinking about in different relationships. Right, we have this sense of intuition within us that we are often not valued for, and we as women have this intuition because, on the spiritual perspective, we were designed in a way where we are more in touch with our femininity than the masculine energy within us. Now, I will say, I do have to put this disclaimer out. This is not for everyone, meaning not everyone have these experiences, but the majority. And those experiences I'm talking about pertains to when you really feel like something is not right, or when you have this gnawing feeling within you, or when the last session or the last video you guys watched was about how I myself deal with my feelings. But this is different from that, in the sense of when you are getting a feeling about something that's outside of you, rather, or as opposed to feeling or dealing and honing in on your feelings about something that you have to work on inside of you. So there's a distinct, nuanced difference between the two. And I'll give you an example as to what I'm speaking about today. Many of us women have been in relationships, and you kind of know your partner, or if you've been in a relationship for quite some time, you kind of understand and know how your partner moves about his day or her day, kind of understand their habits. But something happens, or something may be happening, or something has happened, and you yourself have felt like something is going on, if you will. Not necessarily something is wrong, but something is going on. And I want to share with you that when something is off or when something is new, yes, you do want to pay attention to it. But do your best not to perceive that something is wrong, and rather interpret this feeling as information for you to stand guard, or a better way to say, to stay present with that gut feeling and not necessarily judge it or jump to conclusions. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of times, women tend to be very emotional, very reactionary, and we tend to, at times, jump to conclusions based on our past experiences. And so, with this understanding that you are a spiritual being having this human experience, you want to allow yourself to feel the feelings with no judgment. and just to observe those feelings within you and ask for guidance as to what those feelings mean or what your gut intuition is trying to tell you as it pertains to whether it's a relationship with a friend or a partner or significant other, what have you. We tend to feel those feelings of something, and the reason why I'm so vague with it is because we as women always feel. But there's that kind of feeling when you sense it's a warning about something, or when you sense that something is about to happen, or when you sense that something has happened. I want to tell you, trust your feelings. Your feelings are your truth. Now, to trust your feelings does not mean that you have to use your head to interpret what the feelings mean. It does not mean that. Because the fact or the element of interpretation with your cognition, with your mind, is limited based on how you were brought up, based on the social constructs that you are in. You have to take it or be very careful how you interpret, if you will, those feelings. You want to interpret them from bottom up thinking rather than interpret them from top bottom thinking. There is a great distinction, and you want to stay in the moment with what you're feeling and allow your feelings to edify the mind in due time. It doesn't mean that it'll happen right away. It may not happen the same day. It may not happen the same week. But trust that your spirit knows what to do, when to respond to, and when not to respond to. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. Trust your true nature, which is that of spirituality. That is your true nature. Trust it. Your spirit will not set you up for failure on purpose to hurt you. Your spirit is not designed to do that. But when you begin to accept the fact that you are a spiritual being having this human experience, and you're walking into that further and further, deeper and deeper, where you're cultivating this newfound foundation within you, connecting to the source that emanates from you. The more you can do that, the more you ground yourself in new identification or remind yourself of the original identification of self, which is, once again, a spiritual being having this human experience. So trust that part of you. We as women, because we have more of the, and I'll speak a little bit biologically, maybe more of the estrogen, maybe more of the emotional aspect to us. Again, nothing wrong with that if you have it, and nothing wrong with you if you don't. But generally speaking, we women tend to feel emotions much more deeply than our counterparts on this planet. And so, honor your feelings, ladies. Honor your feelings that emanates from your gut, not your thoughts, because women tend to get anxious and all in their heads and bringing back the past and unpacking the old suitcase with all the cobwebs of experiences and thoughts and trauma and all that. No, you don't want to do that. Stay with the moment. Stay centered and trust your gut, not your head. Trust your gut. We are designed for our counterparts to trust us when it comes to sensing things. We have this sense of scent, if you will, and I'm not talking physical scent, but we have this sense of something happening around us. And I want to use the vernacular that many of you have in regards to that woman's instinct. Many of us have it. The question is, do we listen to it? Do we try to create things in our minds and ignore our essence? You'll get yourself in trouble. We as queens, if you will, have a certain gift that our counterparts will not have. Honor that about yourself. Walk into that. Praise that. Love that. Nurture that. Be that. And you'll see how far you'll get because you're trusting the very nature of yourself, your true sense of self. So there you have it. A message to the ladies. This one's for you. Wanting to hone in more on the feelings.
And there you have it on another segment of Dr. TSA Series, a spiritual discussion. Please remember to click that subscribe button, click the bell notification, and leave your comments down below. And remember that you are loved. Thank you all for watching. Mwah! Namaste. Bye.